could he really love somebody like me? Like, did he really care about me? You know, especially when people tell you that, you know, being black is like a curse and shiggity beep baby, shiggity beep beep beep, shiggity beep boom, shiggity beep boop boop beep beep. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I'm just gonna trust and believe. If you're here, you just know that this is your life now. You didn't ask for it. You're just kind of a part of it. Hello. So we're back, babes, with another book review, bro. Yes, same house, same outfit. I read these books back to get back. I mean, and if I wanted to put it on another day, what about it, Roberta? It's my outfit, bro. I literally be beefing with nobody. Nobody asked. But I know them comments, okay? Because I done seen other people say, she got that same outfit on. Maybe I just did 2 videos in one day. Sarah, you don't know what happened. Okay, so another book that I read, the second book I read, actually, it's called I Should Be Dead by 𝕯𝖎𝖆. This was a book for me where I felt like I needed to read it. Spiritually wise too. It's kind of, for me as a Christian, for me as a Jesus follower, bro, as a Jesus lover, call it Christian, whatever you want to say. I just say, because sometimes Christians, point is, as a person who loves the Lord and who does identify as a Christian, it is important for me, if I see this red truck, it's a conspiracy, y'all. Nah, but it is important for me that I'm always conscious and kind of other people who come to the Lord in their own way. I don't ever want to be so self-righteous that, you know, I'm judging other people for how they've lived their lives, how they came to know Jesus, the relationship they have with them, because I live my own life. You know, I found him in my own way. He brought me back to him in my own way and in my own timing. And so it was just really nice for me to read somebody else's life and be like, it just seemed like we went from bad to worse, and then we went to some great levels and great heights. But so this is his story, and I don't want to take away from it. So this is like an autobiography, but with the T. And bro, like, for instance, I am gonna tell this though. He said up in here, he did White House in the White House. He did White House in the White House. I was like, but y'all take somebody down for £1. Make it make sense, Jesus. But yes, so he basically just, you know, tells you about his life and where he came from. And, you know, he dealt with substance abuse. And so that was kind of like his way of coping, and it fell through his family. And that really, it just breaks my heart, because substance abuse is also something like that's in my family. It is, bless the Lord, I personally haven't dealt with it, but I think that's because, like, I've seen my loved ones so affected by it. And also too, I may have not dealt with like alcohol addiction, but you know, it is no secret. But if you are new here, I am gonna drop it out here again. You know, I was addicted to porn, and so, you know, to other people that may not seem like such a big thing, but to me, especially because, once again, you know, I am a virgin, and so saving myself for marriage, all that jazz, like, that is what I want. So to be addicted to porn and to that lifestyle, when that's going against the very promise I made God, it just felt like I was fighting for my life. You know, it felt like that was something I would never get out of. And I held on to that addiction for some years. Like, it's been with me for some years, and it's been rough. And I talk about it on the channel a lot, but, you know, as a person who's dealt with her own form of addiction, it was nice to know truly, like, you're not alone in this walk, and it just looks different for all of us, you know. And so he basically came up in this small hometown, things were great for his family, and then suddenly they weren't. And his dad started drinking, his dad started abusing him and his mom. And so then, he would go to school and he was just trying to get by, and then he would get pent up with anger and rage, and it carried on into college. And so he stood up for his mom one time, and that caused him and his dad to like no longer speak, and his dad left him. And so he went to college, and when he went to college, he drunk more, and life was just kind of like up in limbo. And he went to the Peace Corps and was doing reckless stuff over freaking in those parts of the world, bro. And then he comes back and he comes to Washington DC, and he's like, this is where I want to be at. Like, this is how I'm gonna make my life, my name for myself. And he goes into politics. And so then he really pretty much talks about his life in politics and the different people he helped work with. And so one person that he talked about in here is Al Sharpton. No. Okay, so it wasn't Al Sharpton. It was Jesse Jackson, bro. He met Jesse Jackson, and he talks about this one time where they go to like, basically they're going to protest in this black neighborhood, bro. And Jesse Jackson ends up leaving him there with the blacks, and they destroy him, like insult wise. They didn't put their hands on him. Somebody came and rescued him before that, but I thought that just cracked me up, because it's like, first of all, I feel like any race that come around black people, like they try to be like, "What's up?" And if you come around the room, it's like, "Shut it down." And we're not all like that. But yeah, every time he was trying to say something to anybody, they were like, "No, hang on." And so, anywho's, yeah, this story, honestly, he tells people stories, and part of me is like, why are you telling those people? I understand why, and it does, if they consent to it and they're okay with it, truly it's his story to tell. And some people, he do respect their integrity and he don't let it. So I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that he knew when and he knew when not to. And he respected people enough to like share stories, but and some of them were passed away too. So I mean, they don't live their life. I should be dead. To me, you have to read it past like the politics and everything like that. I don't like politics. I don't really get into it. I mean, I have to get into it, now, because it matters and it's important. You should be in politics. I guess reading about the life of people in politics have never really been something up my alley. I knew this name. I'm like, Bob Belko, I know this name. And so I wanted to read the story, but then I'm glad I did read more of the story, because it caused me to know the side of him that he wanted me to know, in his own way. I can't say I know him fully, but I know enough about his life from what he said for me to feel like he's showing me his personality. And I just honestly, I hate that he dealt with as much as he did, especially because he felt so in love, and I think, let me put it like this, I feel like he felt so in love by God, and he at one point, he questioned his belief in him, and I have too. I remember at one point I wondered if God was even real. I wondered, like, was he really sitting up there listening to me? Could he really love somebody like me? Like, did he really care about me? Especially when people tell you that being black is like a curse, and it literally, slavery is like God's punishment. We've heard so many things as black people about like God and our faith. And so to see that another person has struggled with this ideology, it just made me feel more human. Like, it reassured me, like, you are doing so much better than you think. And so if y'all want some scandal and some tea, especially about how they were getting things done in the White House, bro, or in elections in general, pick this up. Pick it up. Let me tell you, they talked about the Panama Canal Treaty up in here. Flabbergasted. All right. Leaders are rough. This politicking business is rough. But yes, y'all, I think you should go check it out. It's called I Should Be Dead by 𝕯𝖆. Let me know what you think. This one has, with the acknowledgments, 294 pages. And yes, I did. It took me 2 days to read this one as well. Mostly because, like, where the other one had me with, like, the drama and, like, the, ooh, what's gonna happen. This one, because it was his life and, like, just some stuff was going on. And I was like, Bob. And I was like, okay, but Bob, really? You know? And I was just like, but I mean, like I say, I don't even really like get into the world of politics and life of politics. So just understanding that life and like the exciting part of it through that lens was hard for me because your girl wasn't that excited about it. All right. But I did love the book. It was a nice read. It would be something that I would read again. Cause like I say, I think the moral of the story and like, for me, the most important thing is, and I will tell you this part, he said that when he was going to get his last drink, he was pulling out the back of his truck. I mean, out the back of his house, because he was kind of just going through it. And he was like, God, if you're real, like, I need you to come and meet me now because I know, you know, like what I'm about to do. And so he drove down to the end of his driveway. And it was like he just sat there and he thought about what would happen if he go, and he knew if he went, then that would be his life. Like that, literally that choice right there would be him ending his life. And it was like he said he could see how it would play out, like how many drinks he would have, the things he would do after the drinks. And once again, that just stuck with me so hard because it was the same thing for me and my porn addiction. Like, it was not just something I could sweep under the rug. It was not just something I could keep just bearing and dealing with, or it would have cost me my life. Spiritually, emotionally, like that literally was the biggest bondage thing I feel like that kept me from truly, you know, breaking down and finding out like where I was so flawed and messed up at, because I had lied to myself for so long believing I was okay and I wasn't. And so, man, just be encouraged. Like, you may not feel like you can walk away from this addiction or, you know, this situation that you're going through. It may even just be a toxic lover that you keep going around the mountain on, because I've had that too. But just be encouraged. Like, you can always do it. You have to be serious though. Like, you can't just be like, I want this, and then you don't fight for it. Because yes, we can pray to God, and yes, we are supposed to ask him to give us strength and to be there for us, but you have to have that strength in you. Like, he can't come and do this for you. He did it by dying on the cross. So now you have to live this out. Like, he already won the battle. He already completed the story, but you have to work with him to do your part. So just, and please don't feel like I'm barking at you. I'm talking to you and with you because I care for you, and it matters to me that you are okay. Like, I may not ever meet you in person, but if you come across this video, I want you to feel like you can take something from me. Like, I don't want to just be a face to you. I want to be somebody who's looking at you and telling you, like, I know what it's like to be there in those dark places. Like, people like Bob know what it's like to be in those dark places. So you are not alone, and you can do this, and you will do this with the Lord, but you really got to be serious. And it don't always get easy, but you can't fold under pressure. You know, the best things in life that we get come from a little resistance and tension. And I can't say like it's about to be, it was 2 years last year. Yeah, 2 years last year that I celebrated. Was it 2 years or was it a year? Y'all, ooh. Yeah, so last year it made, so I went to Korea in 2022. And then, yeah, I came back home. So 2023. So yeah, so 2022 to 2023, the 2023, 2024. So yes, I'm in my 3rd year now, but last December was my 2nd year, my anniversary of being celibate and like, not doing any of that. And I never thought that I would be here. I never thought that I could look at myself with so much love and affection. And I never thought that everything I thought I was not, or everything I thought porn could give me, the Lord has truly given me. And I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. That stuff ain't real, okay? I done heard some real stories out here. And then, I mean, you can kind of tell. I mean, you watch those movies long enough, you're like, turn it out! Turn it out! I'm sick of this! For real. For real. Just know, like, it gets better. And you will heal in the way you want to heal. And if I can do it, I hands down believe in you. Now, like I say, I don't want to paint this picture that you won't have temptation. Because especially around my period time, I'm like, Lord, where is thy son? But love is not just that. Love is so much more than the physical side of things, And so as much as like, yes, that is something I want. I truly want to be in love. Like I just want my partner. I want my best friend. Like I want to experience love. And I think that's what I thought that like sex could give me, but that's because that's what, as I grew up, people would always say like, oh, I'm, put it out for Seth, and like now they together for 5 ever, so that's just how I thought that love worked. And I just bless the Lord that I didn't fall down that rabbit hole. My mom, my dad, they teach me good examples of what healthy love looks like. Genuine, healthy relationship, marriage status. My mom and dad just reached 11 years. And so, yeah, y'all, I say all that to say, just be encouraged. Like, you can overcome, you can move mountains. And I just don't want you to feel like you're battling this alone. And so you can always comment if you want me to pray with you about anything. Talk about it. I know it may be scary to say things, you may be afraid to like open up, but I can tell you, as a person who's held in stuff, it that helps you run to your addictions faster, because you're trying to hold it in and bury it down and lie about what's really going on. Talk to somebody. Even if you don't want to put it in the comments to a T, say pray for me, and I will, like, grace and mercy, Lord. But yeah, put it in the comments and I will definitely pray with you, for you. Like, we are in this together, and like I said, you matter to me. So thank you for watching to this point, and I really do hope you're encouraged. I didn't expect this to turn into like a motivational spiel, but that's kind of what this book did for me. It really touched my heart in a lot of ways. And like I say, it's just important for me that like, I'm not just talking to you. Like, I truly want you to be okay. So that's all I'm saying. I just want you to be okay, because I'll stay here for like 30 minutes and just look at the camera and repeatedly say, you okay? Are you okay? You sure you okay? Because I mean, I can love on you till you are okay. And so, yes, please go read this book, man. If you've seen, I don't know if he's written any other books. I haven't checked into it. But any books like this that you know about, that you want to recommend or suggest, I'll do my best. But like I said, if it's straight politics, I don't know. Because there was another book in this house about a president, and I was like, I cannot. It was just about him, like, right and wrong. And I was like, Lord, I can't. This is, and I don't want to force myself to read stuff I don't like. So that one about presidents, like winning wars and stuff, I don't know that Sama is here for that. But if it's interesting enough, I will at least look into it. I will tell you that. And so, please be encouraged. The Lord is not against you. He's fighting through you. He's fighting for you, working through you, standing with you. He's not against you. There is this song that says it a little bit better than that. It's Brandon Lake's God Is Not Against Me. Go listen to it. Let it soothe your heart and encourage you. But until next time, please always do remember, the Lord does love and bless you. May he keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and grant you peace. Please do always remember, I love you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I hope whenever you hear this, you have the most incredible, blessed, amazing days, or the most incredible, blessed, amazing nights. Goodbye, guys.